I am going to be using the Beautifully Happy Celebration stamp set. This is a 2-step stamping stamp set that is also one of our distinctive stamps, which means that the variations in color that you see on the sample is how the stamp stamps. Okay, this is free to you with a $100 purchase during celebration. So if you order $100, this is one of the items you could choose for free. It's fantastic, it's beautiful, and you won't be sorry. So right off the bat, I have a little square that I have cut from the Stylish Shapes die set. This is the second largest. So here's the biggest one. This is the second largest one. And I have cut myself 2 because that way I won't screw up the first one. If I only had one, I would totally screw it up because I didn't have a backup. But now I have a backup. Of course, now I'm saying this and I will screw it up. So there you go. Okay. So I've got my pieces of paper here. So I've got a layer of black, 8.5 by 5.5. I have a layer of white that I'm going to put on the inside. That's 4 by 5.25. I have I believe this is the same size, a 4 by 5.25 piece of Starry Sky that's going to be on the outside. And now I've got 2 pieces of black here, and these measure, I don't remember, 1 7/8 by, is that 5? Yeah, 1 7/8 by 5. Now you're probably wondering, why do you have 2 pieces and why? I'm going to end up putting them on my layer of Starry Sky like this. Okay, and the reason I have 2 of them is because I wanted a little bit of pattern in the top left corner and a little bit of pattern in the bottom right corner. And the only way that I could do that with this beautiful Painted Posies embossing folder was to have 2 pieces, because there's no way to just have one corner and one corner done. Looking at the folder, you can tell it's an entire layer. So if you stuck your piece of cardstock in there, the entire thing is going to be embossed, and I didn't want that. I wanted it to be like there was a little bit of pattern here, a little bit of pattern here. So all I did was I took my 2 little strips and I stuck them in the folder. I think it was like this. Like this. It was something like this. Okay, and then I ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I did the same thing with both pieces. So that way I have, like I said, design in the top corner, design in the bottom corner. So when I get this all put together, it'll make a lot more sense. Okay, so I'm going to add these to my card. Oh, come on, glue, work for me. And when I do embossing, you know, I don't know, Cheryl. I don't know if it's from a set. It's just the Painted Posies embossing folder. It's in the big catalog. It is a 3D folder, and so it's in the back of the book somewhere. It's really pretty. I haven't used it a whole lot, and when I was looking for a folder, because I just had this idea that I wanted something in this top corner and something in the bottom corner, and I thought, what can I do? And I saw the folder, and I thought, oh, that folder would be perfect, but it's too big, and it would do my entire piece of paper. So then I am brilliant sometimes, not all the time, sometimes, and I came up with this, and it works really, really well. Okay, so now we have the other section, and I'm just going to add my liquid glue to that one, and then I'm going to stick that one down here at the bottom. And it doesn't matter if they overlap or if there's a gap between them, because we're going to cover that up with our piece of Designer Series paper. Okay, there we go. So then I have this piece of Designer Series paper, and it comes out of the Dainty Flowers paper. So it's this piece right here. It's this fun Starry Sky. It almost to me looks like chain link fence, honestly, but it's not. It's some kind of a geometric pattern, but it looks like chain link fence to me. Anyway, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it right across the middle, and then look, we have pattern here, and nobody knows that it's 2 pieces of paper. You're welcome. So hopefully that is a fun little tip for you that you can incorporate into other folders that you may have, that you like the pattern, but you know, you're just like, oh gosh, I can't use it because it doesn't do what I want it to do. It can. Okay, so we're adding this to the middle. Oh gosh, and I always struggle with getting these things on here straight, which is annoying when they're not straight, right? Okay, so let's just hope that it is. Please, 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 please. Okay, so that's what we have so far. So much fun. So now we're going to get into our stamping. I'm going to bring in a, if I can get it here, a foam mat. This is our Stampin' Pierce mat. And I need a grid paper. These are our little grid papers. They're designed to be used with our Stamparatus, but I do use them with the Stamparatus, but I use them more often not with the Stamparatus. So this is a square, but I'm actually going to use it as a diamond, okay? Because I thought that would look kind of cool. It's just a little bit different than the square thing. So we're going to do a little bit different thing here. So I took one of the sentiments from the set. This says Kindness Matters, and I need some black ink. So I'm going to ink up my little Kindness Matters stamp. Make sure it's inky. And then I'm going to stamp it in the corner right here. So hard for me sometimes because I like to look straight down on what I'm doing, but the camera's in my way, so I can't do that. So I have to kind of wing it. I think it's fine. So then I'm going to take, this big stamp out of the set, and we're going to ink this up. Now we don't need the whole thing because clearly this little piece of paper is very small and I can't get the full top or the full bottom. But I'm going to get pretty close when I'm inking this up just because I want to make sure that I, have good coverage. So even though you don't need the whole thing, you can go ahead and ink up most of it anyway. Okay. So we're going to put this back. And then I got to find my little cheat sheet here. What did I do? And so I am going to kind of come in. I can see my sentiment, through my stamp or through my block here. And so I don't want to overstamp the sentiment, of course. And so there we go. So now we have this beautiful floral image on there. And of course, the stamp set comes with these little filler pieces. Yay! So we're going to start out with the Starry Sky because it's going to be the hardest one for me. Because even though you can see through your block and your stamp, I'm using a dark color to fill in a dark outline. And so it is a slight bit difficult, I'm not going to lie. So I am going to ink up my stamp. And if I, if I was, what am I doing here? I got to focus so I can figure out what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got this little piece here that's obviously this little bit up here. I've got the big flower. I've got this side flower. And then I have a tiny bit of this flower in the corner here. So I'm going to kind of bring this down just a little bit because I can't see very well. And like I said, I've got dark ink going over a dark outline. And so this could be a little sketchy. I may need that second piece that I cut. We will see. Oh, look how terrible that is. Oh my heavens. Okay, hold on. We have a second piece of cardstock here. We're going to use it. So if you're blind like Barb, then you might need extra pieces of paper. Oh gosh, that's so funny. Okay, we're going to try this again. So we're going to stamp this hopefully about the same area that it was before. Oh, wow. Okay. This time, you guys, you might not be able to see what I'm doing because I really need to pull this down so I can see. Oh, I'm just laughing at myself. That was so funny. Here I'm thinking, oh yeah, I got it. It's no problem. No, it's a problem. You don't have it. Part of the problem is I got this block as a gift from somebody and I can't see with my name right there. I need a different block. I need to find, hold on. I'm going to try to find a different block that's a little bit bigger. Well, this one's huge, but I think that's part of my problem. I can't see through the block as well, and my stamp is too close to the edge. So let's just see if this makes a difference. We're going to put it on a bigger block. Ugh, stuck on my hand. Let me quickly bring my chamois in here and wipe my fingers off because they're a mess now. And we will see if this helps Barb at all get this stamped properly. Okay, we're going to try this again. Oh my gosh, you know what? I think this bigger block actually does make a difference. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to look through my stamp and see these outlines. And it's difficult because this is a dark color of ink, but I am able to see them. Okay, so I'm just carefully trying to see them. I'm kind of, rotating the stamp slightly this way, that way, in the hopes that I can get this. Okay. Now, when I go to do the leaves, it's going to be a completely different story because this is way better. It's still not perfect, but it's way better. Okay. The center of the big flower. Oh, really? Does that work? I did not. Well, that would definitely help. I should have looked at that too. I was not looking at that, Sonia. Thank you. Sonia says to look at this middle, which, yes, you can for sure, but I think you still need to kind of be careful. At least I do. Okay, so we got it. It looks decent. I'm not going to complain. The other one was absolutely horrendous. So now, because the green that I'm going to use, this is Parakeet, and the Parakeet is a lot lighter ink. And so because of that, this is going to be a lot easier. Okay, so as you can see, you can probably tell just by looking at this, that you can totally see the outlines of the leaves through this lighter colored ink. And I can as well. Okay, I'm just going to make sure I got it. Do some last minute adjustments and hope that this was good. Yep, way better than that first one. Okay, we also have this little, I don't even know what this is. I call it a blob. It's not really a blob, but it's for this little piece that goes up here. And then this little piece below this bud, this little piece here. And again, since it's a lighter color of ink, I can see much better. And I did this as a swap, you guys. So I literally did this like 25 times. You would think after 25 times, I wouldn't even have to look at it, but I did. So there we go. Much, much better. Okay, there's also this little tiny flower middle that I like to use in the center of the flower. Just like that. So we have a tiny little blob of yellow. Okay, we're going to put some of these things away so that we don't end up, getting our hands in the middle of it. Wow, look how off that was. Sometimes I correct myself up. Okay. Anyway, so now we have this on the diagonal and we're going to stick it on like that. But I'm going to use some dimensionals for this because, why not? We got to have a little bit of popped up action going on here. Okay, so we've got the backings peeled off. We've got our little layer here. And I'm going to set this. So what I'm trying to do is just get these 2 points in the center of my designer series paper. There. Perfect. Okay. Also, in this new catalog, we have these adorable little dragonfly trinkets. These are super cute. They're not really that thick. They don't really weigh anything. They're very lightweight. And so I'm going to add one of these to the card. So I'm just going to press the whole thing, like the body, right into my glue dot. And then because obviously these glue dots are a little larger than my piece, I'm just going to take my Take Your Pick tool and come into these little like places where the glue dot is too big and just push it towards the center. And then I'm going to add my little dragonfly right there. And then we can fold our card base in half. And we can add this to the front. And then we can do a little bit of stamping on the inside. And since I have my liquid glue sitting here, I'm going to just go ahead and use it. But isn't this just a stunning card? I mean, honestly, I was really happy with it when I got done with it. Really, really happy with it. Okay, so then on the inside layer, here's my piece of white. I think what I'm going to do is kind of mimic what I did on the front and bring the stamp in again and ink it up in black and maybe do it in the corner. I kind of like that look where you just sort of randomly stick something in the corner on the inside. I think that looks really cool. So we'll try and see. We're going to try, we'll put that circle or that middle of the flower up there, and we'll try Sonia's method of looking for this flower center. See if that will help me at all. We'll see. Counting on you, Sonia. Okay, so we've got that inked up. Here we go. Ooh, again, it's a little sketchy. Okay, I can see that top one. I can see that one. I can see the middle. That actually might not be a bad way to do it. Thank you, Sonia. That's pretty dang close. I'm not mad about that at all. We just have a tiny leaf right here. Very easy to line that up. There we go. Oh, easy to line up, and I didn't. Jeez Louise, come on. We're not going to be mad about it. We're just going to have to go. Oh my gosh, why do I always do this? I am a person that typically makes a portrait. That's right, a portrait style card, right? This is not a portrait style card. This is a landscape card. So what do? I make the inside portrait. Thankfully, it's something that doesn't matter on the orientation, and I can flip it. Gosh, I tell you. I'm out of practice. That's not really an excuse, because you guys that follow me a lot and watch me every week, you know that this is just typical Barb. Typical Barb action. Oh, I am sorry, Kim. I did not see your question, and thank you, Tony, for answering. You guys are awesome about helping each other, and I really appreciate that. Okay, so even though I screwed it up, it'll still work. You know what's really kind of funny about this is when you have it positioned this way, it looks just like what you did on the front, but because it's oriented differently, it doesn't really necessarily look like the same stamp. It looks like it could be a different stamp. There you go. Okay, so card number 1 done. That is the Beautifully Happy Celebration stamp set. That if you were on the fence about it, get off the fence and add it to your next order.